Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam Mckola, and we are back. Manchester United have beaten Everton 3-1, and this is 7 reasons why we did just that. Before we get stuck into those 7 reasons why, remember, once you're finished here, you can go over to the rest of the videos on the channel, check out the fan cams from yesterday, the watch-along highlights, me and Steve having a little bit of a deal with him. So go and check them out after we're finished here. And for now, we're going to get stuck into 7 reasons. So get your reasons in those comments below. And remember, I always get them. Oh, we beat them because we were better. Or we lost because they were better. We know. But tell us why. Exactly why. Exactly like I'm going to do for you right now. In at number 1, Harry Maguire was much more commanding and we had more of a captain's performance from the big old slabhead skipper himself. It was great to see that kind of performance from him. We've needed to see it. I've been pleased with Victor Lindelof more recently. I know we made the mistake for their goal, their first goal, not winning the aerial duel with Calvert-Lewin. Less of a mistake, more of just losing his duel, but nevertheless. And I thought Harry Maguire, needed to step up, but today he really did step up, and we've seen a gradual improvement in his performance from the goal at Newcastle, moving on from that, keeping some clean sheets for Manchester United in the league games, and then, of course, going into this game today, he put in a big performance. Now, he didn't keep a clean sheet, but everything that he had to deal with in his own box, he dealt with quite well, and even in the opposition box, he was a threat and should have had a penalty for Manchester United. When Jordan Pickford, God knows what that clown is doing, nearly absolutely took him out. Clear penalty, not given to Manchester United, but regardless of that, it was a very good performance from our captain, Harry Maguire. In at number 2, Pastor Fred doing the Lord's work. It's a big battle in that midfield. We had Fred and Scotty Too Hotty alongside him, and then they were up against the likes of Alan, Decore. There was some challenges flying in, some big meaty challenges flying in. But Fred played really well. Interceptions, tackles, blocks, passes out from the back to get us going further field. And I thought it was a really big performance there from Fred in that midfield. He's been getting better and better and better. He'll still have his critics and he'll still have those games where he'll perform really weirdly and not great. But then he puts in these kind of performances. And I thought it was an excellent performance by Fred in this game. Pastor Fred back doing the Lord's work. Cheers, Fred. At number 3, Bruno was absolutely unplayable. He was a man possessed. He got a goal from Luke Shaw's cross, great header from him to get us back level. And then he got an assist for himself. He whipped it in for Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford never touched it. Carried on going in from Bruno Fernandes. So it was absolute fantastic performance from him. Also the assist for Edinson Cavani as well, when it looked like he was going to shoot and be super greedy, but he released the ball in the end. And there were moments where he lost the ball or he shot when he shouldn't have, or, he was a little bit frustrated. But I genuinely feel, when we went 1-0 down, it's him, his whinging, his moaning, his running around, his flying into challenges, him being visibly angry and frustrated that we're losing, rubs off to the rest of the team and it gets more of a performance. Imagine you're playing with Bruno Fernandes and you're playing behind him and you're not putting in as much effort. When he's running around like a lunatic, like the Tasmanian devil, it's clear and obvious if you're not putting in your shift. So he's always a good kind of leveler for where other players are at. Are you putting in a shift? Well, you need to do as much as Bruno Fernandes, and he was excellent today. In at number 4, we would not be bullied today. I've spoke about it with Bruno, I've spoke about it with Maguire, I've spoke about it with Pastor Fred, but throughout the team we refused to be bullied today, and that was what we needed to see. These players are digging their heels in, rolling their sleeves up and fighting for their manager right now. A lot of people like to say, oh, these players have got 4 managers sacked. First of all, it's not the same squad that Moyes had, Van Gaal had, even Mourinho had. But one thing is for sure, despite Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's issues or inconsistency that we have in this team, it's not because the players aren't playing for him. I truly believe whether the players think he's the right man to win us the league or not, they like playing for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's a good man. Now, a good man doesn't win trophies all the time. A good man doesn't deserve to keep his job just because he's a good man. But they dig in and they fight for him. And today they did just that. Against Everton, they did just that. They got the result, they fought for the manager, and they left any doubts that anybody had about whether they want to fight for him, were put to bed, because it's clear they're doing just that. In at number 5, that bench has got options. Yes, you heard it right. We got loads of options on that bench. And Edinson Cavani coming off the bench to score a goal. Great stuff. Paul Pogba, I want to see him in the starting lineup. But as of late, his performances haven't justified him starting games. Him coming off the bench, absolutely fantastic. So we've seen there's players coming off the bench and players left on the bench, players not even on the bench, that can cause problems. Our squad is getting better. And that's why I keep saying, regardless of whether Ollie's here next season or not, next month or not, whatever, he's brought our squad into a better place. So it's not a question of whether Ollie is the right man to improve things. He's already improved things. The question is whether he's the right man to win us trophies, to win us that title, to win us that Champions League. Loads of question marks there. But he has to prove that this year he is the man that's moving us in that direction. He has to. In at number 6, heads did not drop. That's right. When we went 1-0 down, my head went. My head went. Me and Steve were scrapping. My head was gone. I wanted to go home. I didn't want to watch this game. But thankfully, the players' heads never went. Ollie's heads never went. Or at least until after the game when he got pissed off with some of the questions he was being asked. But heads remained calm just when we needed them to be, because we were up against a very good side. And we've seen how messy that can get at Goodison Park. We've had a 4-0 defeat under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer already there. And today was completely different. We went 1-0 down. We didn't crumble. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got a response from his players, got a response from his team, and got the game won. And for that, he deserves credit. So well done to the boys for fighting on and not letting their heads drop. In at number 7, now, I'll be honest, this one has been suggested to me by some of the boys. You lot can get your thoughts in the comments on this one, because I'm not too sure anything has been proven yet. But it's been suggested that number 7 is we put the recent troubles behind us. Now, we have done that in the simple sense we won a game. We've lost our last 2 games. We've managed to turn that form around. But I think it's way too early yet to get carried away. But what was good was, we didn't allow the form to get us bogged down, affect the performance that we had today, and we managed to get those results behind us. We managed to put in a performance on the day and get a result against a very good side. So that is important, and that was a reason why we managed to beat this game, because there was no feeling sorry for ourselves. None of that at all. Maybe I was sitting here feeling sorry for myself, getting scared that we had to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and all that stuff, but the players didn't, and that's exactly what we needed. So there you have it, guys. 7 reasons why Manchester United beat Everton at Goodison Park in the Premier League. Of course, you guys can get your thoughts in the comments below as well. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. Join if you can too. And of course, check all the content out from the game. Watch along, fan cams, all that stuff. Go and check that out if you haven't already. But for now, I've been Adam Mckola. You lot have been legends. I'm gone.